Hey everyone, it's Mike. I'm back. Today I wanted to start a thread of my own, I guess, and this is just an idea that came up when I was listening to one of my records, and I thought, God, this album is just almost perfect. It's just nearly perfect, save for like maybe one song on the album. This would be a perfect album, and I've got a lot of those, and I basically, when I've been collecting records these past couple years, after going on a several decade hiatus from buying records, now that I'm buying them again, I pretty much buy just my favorites of bands. I don't buy everything for the most part. There's a couple of bands that I'll buy just about anything that they release, but for the most part, it's just records that are just at the top of my list of what I love from that band. And so that way it saves a lot in my wallet, because things could get really out of control if I went and started collecting everything from a lot of these bands that's very prolific. So anyway, so what I wanted to do today is go through 10 albums that I think are near perfect, save for maybe one song, maybe a couple songs, but usually it's just one song that stands out that I'm like, if that song wasn't there, this would be a perfect album. And I'm going to just call out that bad song. I'm not going to go into which songs I love, because basically I love most everything on the album. It's pretty much a near flawless album, but there's just one song or whatever that kind of ruins it. So that's what I'm going to do. Today, I could do this for like pretty much most of the records that I have, because most of the records that I have I feel like are near perfect except for a song or two. So I'm going to break it down into genres, and today I want to do 80s new wave, just to start off the thing with. So I don't know if I've shown a lot of 80s stuff in a while, and so it's been a lot of vinyl finds and whatever else. So today I'm going to do 80s new wave. This isn't even all of the 80s new wave records that I find are near perfect. There's a bunch more, so I'll probably do a second edition of this at some point a few weeks down the road, but I'm going to skip around from genre to genre as I do this, hopefully like on a weekly basis. So anyway, let's start today. 80s new wave, near perfect albums. This one is, to me, a no-brainer. God, I've been listening to this album for a long, long time, since I was in high school, and I can just listen to this from first song on side A all the way to the very end, and there's really only maybe a couple of songs that are kind of like duds, but for me, on this album, it's really just one song. It's It Ain't None of Your Business. That song just annoys me. I don't know what it is. And everybody's going to have their own opinions and stuff. And there might be somebody out there who loves this album and thinks that that song is the best Missing Person song ever made. And I just would have to disagree on that, because I don't know. It's just a throwaway song that really they could have left off the album, and it would have been fantastic. There's a lot of songs in this album. I mean, it's not like it's only eight songs. It's like 12 songs. They could have made it 11 songs and left off that one song, and it would have been just fine. But it ain't none of your business. I don't know. My mom always taught me ain't a word, so it's not. I just don't think it's right that they would include that. If it was called like, it is none of your business, or it isn't any of your business, then maybe I would give that song another chance. But it ain't none of your business just doesn't sit well with me. Next one, The Cure, Head on the Door, 1985. Fantastic album. Pretty much, again, start to finish. But the song that bugs me on here is the song Screw. And it's not, I don't know, it's not any kind of sexual thing or whatever. I don't know what the song's even about. I could care less. I can't listen to the song. It's annoying. I don't listen to it. It's a bad song. But hey, there's a lot of Cure fans out there that probably love that song, and more power to you, but I can't. I skip it. Usually when I put on a record, I'll just let it play through and then flip it over, let it play through. But Screw, I will get up. Even if I'm like half catatonic on the bed, I will get up and skip that song. It's just not a good song. So Head on the Door by The Cure, near perfect album, absolutely. Next one, I show this one a lot, because it doesn't get enough love. Everybody always shows B-52's Wild Planet or the first self-titled album, but nobody really talks glowingly about this album, and I think it's crazy because it's a fantastic album. The one song that I don't really care for on this is the song "Don't Worry," and if I'm not, God, I can't, it's unlistenable. But I seem to remember that the only lyrics in the entire song is "Don't worry," and it's just them singing it over and over and over for like the entire song. It sounds annoying, me just explaining it to you. It sounds annoying, but believe me, when you hear it, it's even more annoying. So anyway, that's the song I would choose off of this. That if they would have just left it off, it would be a perfect album. B-52's Whammy, 1983. Next one. Love this album. Skylarking, XTC, my favorite XTC album. Brilliant album, start to finish. Just a wonderful, wonderful album. Side A, side B, just brilliant stuff. The one song that always annoys me, and I will skip it, and it's good that it's the first. No, it's not. It's the second song on side 2. I'd say if it was the first song on side 2, I would just skip it and just always start side 2 on the second song. But damn it, it's the second song. So I guess I will probably be listening to it on vinyl when I do play it through. I guess I do listen to it, but it's a downer, and it's a song called Big Day, second song, side 2. It's about weddings. It's about your big day, your wedding, and God, all the songs are so freaking brilliant on this album, but Big Day it's just a downer to me. It's just not a fun song to listen to. I don't know. It just kind of spoils the mood of this album. So Big Day, just not a fan. So next one, Simple Minds, New Gold Dream. Fantastic album, brilliant album. I love this. I love the sound of this album. It's just brilliant. It's got a lot of my favorite Simple Minds songs on it. It's got Someone, Somewhere, Summertime. It's got Promise You a Miracle. It's got God, I can't even read this. It's so hard to read. Colors Fly and Catherine Wheel. Big Sleep is great. God, Glittering Prize. God, such a great song. The song that really kind of annoys me on this one, though, and it doesn't annoy me. I take that back. It does not annoy me. It's just boring. It's just there. It's the very last song on the album, and it's called King is White and In the Crowd. And it's not horrible. It's not awful. It's just boring. It just doesn't do anything for me. So kind of spoils what would be the perfect album from Simple Minds, New Gold Dream. 1982, this bad boy came out. And check out the album. You can skip the last song. You have my permission. Next one, Adam and the Ants, King of the Wild Frontier. Love this album. My favorite Adam and the Ants album of anything that he's done in his career. It's got a lot of fantastic songs. It's not perfect though. It's got some song, and it's not just really one song. It's more than one song. But if I say that this is not even close to being a perfect album, then I wouldn't have any Adam Ant albums to show, and that would suck. So I'm willing to let this one in, even though it's got more than one song that's less than perfect. And Making History was the first one that I thought, and it's just a forgettable song. I was listening to it just now before I made this, just to make sure that I was picking the right songs. And God, a minute into the song, I was already bored. I was already like, who is this and why am I listening to this? It's not good. It's not a great song. Some of the other songs are kind of cheesy, whatever, Jolly Roger, Human Beings, I don't know. Some of this, it kind of tapers off. The album starts out brilliant, and then it just kind of tapers off towards the end. And this doesn't have Physical, which is one of his greatest songs, even though it is included in like the CD version and other versions of this album. The original does not include Physical. If Physical was there, God, it would even be, way more perfect than it is. But it's still, for an Adam and the Ants album, it's pretty damn near perfect. So, Kings of the Wild Frontier, 1980. Love this album. Next one, New Order. This one, and I was really disappointed too when I bought it on vinyl after not having it for decades. I used to have it on vinyl back in high school, and then sold off most of my vinyl back in the late 80s, and just recently got this back in the past year or so, and it's a brilliant album. It doesn't have Blue Monday on it, and I know it's not supposed to, because Blue Monday was like a single only release, but I remember having it on CD and it had Blue Monday, and it had a remix of Blue Monday too. And so I don't know, for whatever reason, I was disappointed when I bought this record and it didn't have Blue Monday on it. That being said, the song that stands out to me that doesn't really belong on this album and is not so great is the song We All Stand. And what is that, the second song on the album? Yeah, it's just kind of boring. I don't know, it's just kind of lame. The first side of the album is so awesome, and then they put that We All Stand there, and it just kind of messes up the whole vibe of the album and the side of the album. But Power, Corruption, and Lies, New Order, 1983, love this album. It's brilliant. Easily one of their two best, my two favorite. This one and Brotherhood are my two favorite. Check it out if you haven't heard New Order, or if you haven't gone back and listened to the old stuff. This is wonderful. Next one, and I don't know, don't tell me that this ain't new wave. I don't really care. It's, to me, it's 80s pop, but it still fits in the new wave category for me for whatever reason, because all the 80s stuff I listen to, I just throw it all into 80s new wave, because I don't listen to hair bands. I don't listen to the 80s hair bands, and I don't really listen to 80s pop, I guess, except for this one, but it doesn't really fit anywhere else in my collection, so I'm sticking it here. Purple Rain, Prince, 1984. God, this is literally as close to perfect as you could possibly get for an album from him. The song I don't really care for and never really cared for was Computer Blue. That being said, this new reissue, it came out, I got it on CD first, and then I bought it on vinyl. The CD has like, I don't know, 1 billion extra songs on the back. Look at all those freaking songs on there. It's ridiculous. A whole bunch of outtakes and remixes and stuff. It's just insane. And what I found on here is a extended version. It's not really it's just a reimagined version of Computer Blue, and it's 12 minutes long. It's called the Hallway Speech version, and it is freaking awesome. I love listening to that song. So it kind of redeems the whole fact that I don't like it on the record, because this Hallway Speech version is just awesome. So that's pretty much as close to perfect as you can get. It's just like this 12-inch version is not on the record, so you don't get to be declared perfect by me because of that. But anyway, Prince, Purple Rain. God, freaking great album. Next one. I listen to this all the time. If I'm ever just wanting to listen to an album that puts me in a good mood, it's Bow Wow Wow's I Want Candy. This is a compilation of various songs and singles and stuff they had floating out there, and they wanted an American release to throw to us Americans, to try to get us into Bow Wow Wow, and they put a new single on here called Baby Oh No, and that hadn't been released anywhere else, and I don't know, it's fantastic. It's got I Want Candy, Baby Oh No, Louis Quatorze, it's got Cowboy, it's got Sea Jungle, I don't know, what is that song? God, Go Wild in the Country off the Sea Jungle album. Go Wild in the Country is fantastic. It's got El Basticho, it's got Mile High Club. It's fantastic. This whole album is such a great collection of their music. Really just at the pinnacle of their of their 2-album career. Anyway, the song I don't really care for off this, though, is the last one, King Kong. It's just a silly song. It's just stupid. It's a stupid song. So they could have left it off here, and this would be pretty damn near perfect. But anyway, Bow Wow Wow, I Want Candy. That was 1982 this came out. So awesome. Last one. This particular performing artist is getting quite a lot of buzz lately, thanks to the Stranger Things new season on Netflix, and that is Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill, which is found on this album, Hounds of Love. This album is, God, it is so freaking awesome. It's not just Running Up That Hill, it's not just Hounds of Love, it's not just The Big Sky. Every single song on this album almost is perfect. I love this album. I listen to it all the time, backwards and forwards. It's just brilliant. But the song I don't really care for this is the song Hello Earth. And it's okay, it's pretty, whatever. But there's a lot of just kind of humming, and it's really slow and quiet, and you're not really sure if the song's over or not. And I don't know. It's just kind of weak for me. Every other song on here is really strong, really powerful, really just awesome. Kate Bush is awesome. And I'm so glad that she's getting all this press and publicity, and everybody's looking into Kate Bush now. My kids love this song. They'd never heard it. Even though I play this record all the time, it never, it never raised an eyebrow. And now that they've seen it in Stranger Things, they're like, "Running Up the Hill, I know that song." And they all know the words and stuff, so we can all sing along together. It's very wonderful for a family to be able to all enjoy the same song, listen to the same song, and enjoy it like we do. Kate Bush, Hounds of Love, 1985. Damn near as perfect as you can possibly get for a record. And God, love Kate Bush. Congratulations on your resurrection of your of this album. I don't know. It's just awesome that she's getting all the credit that she's getting, because she absolutely deserves it. She's a genius. Last thing, that was my 10 albums. Last thing, Julie Cruz passed away. I used to have both of her first 2 albums on CD. Now I just have the Twin Peaks soundtracks on CD, and she sings on both of these. Julie Cruz was just awesome. Just really influential in kind of a lot of the dream pop music that I listened to, and it's just really sad to see her. She was like 65 or something, just way too young. Really loved her music, and just rest in peace, Julie Cruz. And thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna do another one of these. I'm not sure what genre yet. Next week, maybe it'll be shoegaze, maybe it'll be post-punk. I don't know. I just don't know, but it'll come to me on probably next Sunday. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful day, and love you guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.